It's officially early, but good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. This is day one of the Collecticon. Very first Collecticon for me, for as a vendor or just like anything really. It's around 6:38 at the moment. Right now, I am just outside, kind of waiting to get in, but I don't think they're letting any of the vendors go in about, I want to say maybe until 7 o'clock, so it's not that long from here. Friday's setup was interesting. There was like one $500 deal that I ended up doing with like one vendor. There was a couple other things, and it was relatively busy. I did almost like 200 just off the cuff, which is not really much for a show like this, but I was able to get everything repriced, updated, just like everything. So as of right now, I am just waiting to get in, just to get to the booth. This weekend should be very fun. I didn't think I was going to be here at this particular show anytime soon, but the fact that I was able to do it into my first year, well, technically a year and a half, is to me kind of pretty surreal. You'll pretty much get the full details of the booth when we get in, but yep, welcome to Collecticon. The booth is officially set up. It's like took maybe close to about an hour. I did all of the price updates like last night before I went to bed, so honestly I am not in panic mode yet. It's about to get busier in about 5 minutes, but there's a couple of things we're going to be doing. Number one, increase the amount of on trades because we want to get some more stuff to bring out for other shows, especially for the rest of this weekend. Even for like the next shows for the rest of the month. Number two, look for more things that are on my chase list. I don't really have a whole lot of them, and I know that Mario and Luigi ponchos are going to be out of the question, so unfortunately I can't really pick those up. The booth is pretty much done. That's the most important part. It's not perfect, but I'm going to try to do what I can to like make the best of this weekend, and even brought the video game stuff out for what I had out. This is going to be a little crazy, so it's going to be a bit overwhelming for me for this weekend. But thank you guys for joining me on this journey, and as usual, I will hit the record when anything interesting. Well, the whole weekend's going to be interesting, but I'll see you guys back in a bit. First official sale of the Collecticon experience, selling off for $125. I believe it's to a vendor, and they are picking up for their PC, so happy to see them get it home. It's moving fast right now, and it's not even doors open yet, but selling all together for a deal for one of the VIPs for $225, and we went a little bit back and forth on that one, but we did a deal for $130, and then this was $80 for those three, and then that was $15. So, yep, it's a good show so far. And selling off the Flareon EX Generations Hollow, that one is going to a vendor for $70. And did another sell off the movie promo for Deoxys, and then the reverse hollow Charizard from Evolution's going away for $80. It's like a whole $16 that I'm owing a customer that they brought all of these in, the Pheasant Deputy from Ascended, the Snorlax from Paladin Fates, and of course my favorite Articuno, and they are picking up the Meganium from Ascended, which I had pulled out of my box, and then some other stuff from Mega Evolutions and Phantasmal, so happy to see those get home. Selling off the last of the Pikachu promos and going away to a customer for $37. I forgot to hit the record on it, but the carrier that was in that case, that sold off, and this one of the rares for the N64 Snowboard Kids 2 is going away for $80. It's been one hell of a weekend so far. So it's kind of interesting. We're picking up like 33 cards for $30 on trade, and they're picking up like a decent amount of the vintage GX era full arts. Mostly just all trainers, and they owed around $195 cash on top. That's a bit of a first. All right, the music is already picking up from the back area, but all together, this is the big sale for the day so far for around $470 in cash. They're picking up like a decent amount of the stuff that was in the showcase, and it's all going to a person's PC, so happy to give them a good home. And selling off the Ember that we just got in at the last show, and it's going to a customer for $70. Having to record the floor, mostly because I forgot to document about this little pickup. For $300, there's like really good PSA 10 Umbreon Rainbow Hollow Zapdos EX. I'm debating keeping this, but I'm probably just going to end up selling it because they're going to be very common. And then the Mega Venusaur EX Premium Collection. And yeah, that was a quick $300 from earlier, but yeah, I've just been so busy. I mean, look at the case, like, it has been picked over the entire, like, weekend so far, and I've got, like, all of this I'm still trying to document, so I mean, that's pretty damn impressive weekend so far. Oh, so I am tapped out on cash for the time being. They just sold me some 151 stuff, but for $800 cash and some of the other loose raw ones, they wanted that for their binders, so we, yeah, got some good stuff in now. All right, so the one of the last few, aside from that red, both of these are going out to a customer for $140, and video game stuff has been selling pretty quick. Oh, I am exhausted at the moment. It is like really died down at the moment for the booth, and to say today was a success is kind of a bit of understandment, it's tiring right now. I haven't had much rest until like maybe this past hour. Like it's still busy, and we're about like 20 minutes away from being closed. Saturday was kick-ass. I still got tomorrow to do last minute deals. I have no idea what to expect for that, but I got something for the binder. That's the most important part. But other than that, maybe just to see what new stuff I get, but I got to go through all of the stuff. Like, look at how emptied out that it got bought, and I was still in the process of like getting more stuff out for the booth, and dude, I am exhausted. But we're gonna cut the video off for this, but I'm going to be back tomorrow just to do some last minute deals and trades and just have fun with it. It's been busy. I'm tired. I'm tired of repeating myself. But I'll see you guys back tomorrow for Sunday, Mother's Day, so we'll see you guys back tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning. I am tired, about 6:20 or so in the morning, and I am pretty much the only one right now. I mostly got here early to just work on getting caught up with a lot of the slab stuff. I did majority of it last night, so right now it's kind of just like a slow, like, double checking everything else. I'm still pretty tired after yesterday, but that was insane for a first day, and I'm not sure what to expect for today. I guess just mostly getting more product, probably just making some last minute deals, which that probably won't be a big issue for me, but I do have some spare money on hand to be able to buy more stuff out and basically put all of the new sealed product that I got yesterday out for sale. I don't know how I'm gonna like organize for that, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm awake and I'm pretty much here. Also, Starbucks won't be serving breakfast until 7 o'clock, but unfortunately I can't leave the line until they, and there's like a few people here. But yeah, that's pretty much the update right now. I'm just tired. How are you guys doing? Well, it's day 2. It's gonna be a long ass day today. All right, Jacob, what are we doing?
We're doing a trade for this reverse Blastoise. He's going to take in all these promos and some cash.
Yep, and he basically owed me 150. He tried to like go back and forth on me on that for like about an extra 10, but I already shaved the 10 off, and
We gotta try. We gotta try.
well, in any case, yeah, it was like 150, and that's the opener for the day. So probably the biggest sale of video game stuff. I have been slowly losing a lot of that in the case, but altogether this went back and forth. But originally it was $890, but it was going to a customer who's building their collection for $800 flat. So that happy to see them get a home. So finally picked up one Ancient Mew. I was kind of debating like taking it in because I don't know how often these sell for, but this is more or less like near mint, and we offered them around 80 in cash on it, so I'm pretty certain somebody will be interested to snag that up. And it was pretty happy to see this back. It was one of my really favorite promos.
Okay, gotcha.
So one of my viewers, do you care to be on video for this? Okay, so what was your name?
I'm Aaron.
Aaron. And he was messaging me on, well, he commented on like one of the last videos, and he came by, did a little bit of looking around at the booth, and we talked for a bit. But I can't believe I'm holding this in my hand because I don't ever get any Gold Star stuff brought to the booth, but a Gold Star Rayquaza. Like, where did you get this from?
It was just last week. I picked it up. It's not from here.
And do you dare say like how much you spent on it?
You don't want to know.
God. We were looking at comps, and it's like if it comes back as a 9, it was like what, 35,000 or something like that.
He said something crazy around there.
Just look at that, and it doesn't look that bad either. That is incredible. So that's kind of a highlight of the weekend, and I'm gonna give it back to him before I like smush it in my hands. So thanks for that, man.
Of course.
And of course, Aaron's dropping a hundo on this, and we gave him a $5 discount for the Delinquent and the Iono. So thank you for that deal, Aaron, and good to see you, man. Since Aaron is not here at the moment, so I'm gonna just talk about people that usually show up at the booth. I don't really care if anybody really watches the content. If they do, then that's kind of an added plus. It's just something that I'm very surprised at. So if they kind of recognize me from doing YouTube or like any other stuff, it to me personally is kind of very fulfilling. So anybody that does watch the videos whatsoever, how poorly edited they are, thank you guys very, very much. So yeah, that was crazy. The Rayquaza in like a 9 potentially. Could you imagine if that is the case? But I hope it does, so that way it's like 35,000. So Gundam stuff is at the booth, and got some SPs finally because we had sold the last of them, and getting in some resources, EX bases, and these are neat because I usually remember playing the Vita game before, and there's like a decent amount of them snagged up. And they're getting this, and we're giving them 300 cash on top. So we have Gundam stuff again. So this might end up being the final amount of stuff that I'm buying. But honestly, not a whole lot. The only big ones are the Mews, and we had somebody asking for Urshifu V. Somebody wanted these, so now we have 2 of them, and we gave the customer around 120, and what a way to cap off the rest of the weekend. The show was alright. Bull crap, this show was freaking amazing. Phenomenal. Like, I would argue probably my best show that I've done since starting all of this. I don't have the exact total amount, but I mean, I did well over like 1,000 in profit. I mean, that to me at least is like one of my better weekends I've done ever. So I honestly am very happy overall, and it looks like I'm gonna have a good enough paycheck to hopefully get my car payment down less. So yeah, I'm happy. There's a lot of things that is going through my head after this weekend. I've had to re-record this whole thing like a few different times because I didn't know how I was going to end it. But a couple of shout outs. First and foremost, before I get to that, getting up the elevator took a little bit of waiting. It was kind of like how it was coming into Collecticon to Vend for both days in the morning. During the evening, yeah, people were just waiting to go up the elevator, but unfortunately there was a line. A lot of us didn't want to wait for the garage to be able to go for the load in and load out. So unfortunately, it took a little bit, but it wasn't as long as the load-in situation. But also, shout out to Flipping Cardboard. Sorry, it's been a long day. Lovely gentleman or awesome guy. Probably one of the better content creators. Down to earth, humble. They opened up like a couple of vintage packs. They pulled like a Hollow Mew. That was one of the big highlights because you could literally hear it like right behind us. Also, shout out to Aaron. Is it Aaron or Alvin? Like it's been a long day, but shout out to Aaron for showing off that Gold Star Rayquaza. Hopefully it comes back as a 9. If it comes back as a 10, come to me for your grades. I don't know. It's been a long day. Thank you for joining me on this huge 2-day vlog trip thing. I don't know what to call it. It's been a long day or a long weekend, and I'm ready to go home and just chill out for the rest of my evening. Also, happy Mother's Day to everybody in the Pokemon community who has moms or whoever, and hopefully you enjoyed yourself. It was definitely a lot quieter today for Sunday, but it is what it is. This outro is long. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the end. Thank you for watching, and to everybody who just came and said hi, bought stuff, traded, whichever. Yes, shout out to all of you. I love ya. Have a good one. And as always, tiredness and all, being able to check this off my bucket list. Stay strong, stay positive, and most important of all, love you. Have a good one. So, finally picked up one HMU.
Right now, the main stage is the celebrity panels. Make your way to the main stage for the celebrity panels going on at this time.
And with that interruption, back to this.